Hey everybody, Mario Arace, day 3. Missed you guys yesterday. I hope everyone is having a great day. I know I had an awesome day. Today was really fantastic. I was invited by a really awesome woman who owns a very successful consulting company to be one of 4 people to speak to a bunch of young business people from the company that she represents. So I went to this meeting, and like I said, I was very grateful to be a part of it. And I was the last one to talk. I was number 4. So when I got to the meeting, I saw the room, awesome setup, the way the room was set up was very intimate, a nice horseshoe type table, and there were about 40 young men and women. They looked very eager to learn. The first gentleman got up and spoke, and I started watching what was very interesting. These people who were very excited, all of a sudden, it seemed as though they really lost interest within the first 15 minutes. The second gentleman got up and spoke, doing a PowerPoint. I don't even think he looked at these individuals once while he was giving his presentation. And I started seeing these, I guess the best analogy I can give, I started seeing these beautiful tulips just start to really wilt. And the third speaker spoke, and he got up there, and I got to tell you, he was probably the least enthusiastic. To say the least. Hey, Frank, how are you? He was the least enthusiastic out of everybody. And I'm not putting them down. Some people have the ability to grasp someone's attention. Hey, Mr. Cashin, how are you? Just talking about a meeting I just had. Big consulting firm, about 30 people to talk to. First, I was the last one to speak. The first 3 speakers were not that exciting. And I saw, like I said, I saw these beautiful tulips start to wilt. So it was my turn to speak, and I didn't even let them introduce me. I just walked straight in. I told everybody just to stand up, stretch out, and just give yourself a standing ovation, because we had to get some life back into these people, these young men and women. And one young lady stood out to me. She really did. She stood out, and I walked up to her and I said, "What do you do?" And she told me what she did, and I said, "What's the most exciting thing about it? What do you enjoy about it?" And she said, "Well, I make pretty good money." I said, I didn't ask you how much you make. I said, "What do you love about it?" And she didn't have an answer. And I said, "Why are you doing what you're doing?" And she said, "Well, this is what my parents wanted me to do." And I was like, "Oh my goodness gracious, are you kidding me?" I'm like, another one of these. So I said, "Well, what did you want to do with your life?" I said, "Because it seems as though you're living your parents' life. You're not living your life." And she said, "I wanted to be a designer." She goes, I still design, and I still make drawings of clothes." Hey, Randy, how are you, buddy? I still make designs. I said, "So you don't like what you're currently doing. You enjoy it because you're making good money, but it's not your passion." I said, "So you're really existing and you're not living?" And she said, "Yes." And I said, "Well, do you have any pictures of these drawings? Do you still?" And she took out her phone. She showed me some of them. "Hey, Aaron, how are you?" Showed me these pictures. And I said, "These are fantastic." I said, "What is stopping you from actually doing this? Is it really that you're?" And she said, "Well, me and my husband are looking to buy a house, so I make good money." I said, "Listen, I'm not telling you to go and quit your job and do what your passion is." I said, "But what if you were to, on the side, start to get some exposure on social media? These are beautiful drawings, and they're obviously very different." She goes, "Well, I want to have a store." And I said, "Well, let's take a step back for a minute, because one of the things that I've been researching is how automation is starting to really take over a lot of businesses." I said, "Foot traffic over the next decade could probably decrease by 50% in the next 10 years. I said, "How about this?" I said, "How about you get your dresses out and you get them out on social media, whether it be Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat. You start getting some exposure, you start getting some feedback, and you start to scale your business online. And I got to tell you, this wilted tulip really just, her face just, I can't even explain it. It's like she came back to life and she was living again. And how I know that is that for the 22 minutes that I was talking to her, accounting never even came up again. And everybody around her was like cheerleading her and getting her excited. And it was really exciting for me, because in that moment I realized that I just woke somebody up. Everything I talk about waking people up, about getting them out of their comfort zone, about worrying and wondering what people think. Hey Lisa, this was happening in the moment, and it was absolutely fantastic. So she said, you know what, I am going to go talk to my husband and my parents about this. And I said, well, you know, I'm sure if they love you, they're going to give you your blessing. I'm sure they want you to be happy, but you cannot live someone else's life. You cannot go to work every day just because you're paying the bills. Of course, you have to pay the bills, but you have to be happy and you have to enjoy what you're doing. And she said, oh, I get it, Mario, but you know, how do I get an online? I said, don't worry about that. I said, I will help you with that. I said, first go and have your conversation with your husband, with your parents. Let them know what your true passion is. Let them know I said, did you ever discuss that with them? And she's like, no. And it was really fascinating because I know I can help her. I think I've already helped her. I think I've already woken her up to stop living her parents' life. And I think it's been an interesting conversation, and I can't wait for the feedback from her. But I am going to help her scale this passion of hers, rather than just worrying about buying a house and whatnot. This is something I tell you, do on the side. You never ever leave your current job if you don't have at least a matched income, or your income has increased. So I'm excited about it. And the greatest part is everything I've been talking about. And I think I'm leading a little bit more into what I'm looking to do in terms of my venture. But it was in motion today, and it wasn't supposed to be. I didn't talk about what I do. The conversations didn't go as Barbara planned. That's why she asked me to talk. But you know what? At the end of this meeting, she thanked me. And she said, you know what? First off, you saved me. But more importantly, it looks like you saved someone else. And after the meeting, I had a bunch of these young business individuals, both men and women, wonderful, wonderful people. They came up to me, hey, Robert, how are you? They came up to me and, you know, they started talking about the same things. I'm doing this. I'm not really passionate about it. You know, what can I do? What can I do to increase my income or have another stream of income? What can I do to increase the quality of my life? How can I give more back to all these questions all of a sudden started coming out of them. And, you know, it's almost like I put Miracle Grow on them. You know, I use the analogy of a tulip wilting. I mean, I got to tell you, that's what they were. So to me, it was very rewarding. And that's what this is all about. So to all of you watching right now, and all of you who watch this video, all I ask is a simple favor. Let's help people together. Like this, share it especially. You all have your own networks. I would love for people to get more exposure to how, in 2 months, once we do launch, how they can get, you know, the help they need, the resources, the information, the education that I've been learning over the past year and a half. Because look, I'm not an expert, but I'm learning from the experts, and I want to pass that information on. And something as simple as that is very rewarding. And, you know, like I said, I'm very passionate about what I do. And I see that a lot of people aren't. Dave Cashton, he knows I'm very passionate about what I do. I'm extremely passionate. But I'm very passionate about increasing the quality of people's lives. That's the journey I'm on. That's the mission I'm on. Hey, Lisa. So all I ask, like I said, let's get this in motion. This is day 3. I missed you guys on Saturday and Sunday, but You know, I missed my daughter a lot more, and it was fantastic spending time with her. But just like this, share it, put some comments in, so that the people who are in your groups, your communities, your friends, they see it and maybe they'll pass it on. And then we can reach so many more people. And, you know, that's what this is really about. This is about, hey, David, how are you? This is about reaching as many, Robert, how are you? This is about reaching as many people as possible. And that's really what I want to do. I want to reach everybody, and we're going to change lives together. And when this group goes live, I'm telling you, shit's going to happen, and we're just going to make things happen. And we're going to watch together. We're going to watch people change their lives and increase their lives, certainly the quality of their life. So please, all I ask, share this video, get it out to your community, your friends, whoever is out there. A lot of you probably have a lot more Facebook friends than I do. But my journey right now with you, hey Lisa, how are you? I just told a great story that was it was phenomenal. A talk I gave today I was invited to give. But again, share the video, put the comments in, and let's make a big difference, because we're going to move forward. And I am not going to stop on this journey. I don't quit. I want to reach as many people as possible. With your help, that is going to happen. And that is all I ask. Give me some help, and let's make this happen. So like, share, comment, get it out there. I'll be back tomorrow. I am very excited. Today was absolutely awesome. I hope you all had an awesome day. I hope the rest of your day is awesome. And I will see you for episode 4 tomorrow on this journey until launch. Thank you very much.